Good morning, everyone. I think I'm on the right stream. I might not be. Let's have a look, shall we? Just thinking, am I on the right one? Let's see. If you can hear my voice but not see me yet, let's try this. We're all on our comfies today because we've all got colds and we all feel a bit rubbish. So we're having a comfy day, and it's just, yeah. So join us today as we are in our comfies making something really rather fabulous. We are printing off. We are day 2 of packing up everything properly into the Advents. So well done those of you that bought your Advents yesterday. You are wise, for they are selling fast. And we are day 2 of packing them up and getting all the labels on and getting everything sorted. And it is very exciting. Now, today's make is a bit woo. Morning, Wiz. She's got her ears on today, which involves basically a hoodie with are they bear ears?
They're bear ears.
Bear ears.
I've got it in 2 colours.
Amazing.
Just because, you know.
Do you want to show everyone? This is what, when I say we're all in our comfies today.
Yeah.
We're all.
And I've got my
in our
fur-lined
comfies.
leggings as well, so you can't really get more fluffy and comfortable.
We are nothing if not, stylish here. So today's make, what can I tell you about today's make? You will have this much left over after making one. And so technically from the kits you could make 3. You'd need more zip and more zip pulls, but that's not the end of the world because we sell that. Yeah, it is. It's a good one. So every now and then I come up with an idea. Something will set me off. And on this one, I saw someone that had a had a leather-based wash bag. And I was like, I want to do something like that. This is what we're making today. And so that's fine. When I said to you yesterday, like, this is the pattern. Well, you can't see. Well, you can see the amount of sellotape and everything else as I've had to cut it to pieces, put it back together, add a bit more in here, take a bit more off there until I got it how I wanted it before I started cutting into any fabrics. And so this has been a little bit complicated so that it's not for you. And then yesterday, my first actual attempt at making it was this. And I'm like, it's okay, but not quite how I wanted it. And I broke 2 needles sewing this bit here. So I was like, I need to change a few things. And I have. And this is it. So when we make samples, sometimes it goes absolutely according to plan and it's delightful, brilliant, works an absolute treat. And then sometimes it's like, right, now we need to change X, Y, and Z. So really simple things. Let me just give you an example, because I think people think it's just all really plain sailing and easy. It's not. First things first, actually, I put this on early doors and put the zip on. And actually, because I'm right-handed, I open like this. So I want the handmade sign on this. Version 2. Handmade side is on the correct side. Handle actually gets in the way a little bit of the zip. So let's make it a little bit longer. Comes a little bit longer. But the biggest change actually was inside, because this one is finished off. It's got bound edges because of how these have to be made. But this was it. You've suddenly put an extra 4 layers of fabric on top of that. If I wanted to have this here, no, that's not going to work. So, because we've got to make this so that it's suitable for all sewing machines. This is what's happened. This is not a separate piece of binding. This is the fabric folded over and made into binding. I've never seen this in any patterns anywhere. And I'm so excited to show this to you today because for me, this is a little bit of a game changer and I'm really excited to show it to you. How gorgeous is this fabric, for starters? Gemma told me off this morning for lots of things, but mainly for making a promise that we could have lots of 2 metre lengths. She's like, did you actually look at how much you had on that bolt? She said, because I don't think there's going to be enough to do lots of 2 metre lengths. She's probably right. So if we've managed to do 1 2 metre lengths in these, then that'll be a miracle. So apologies for that. I may have spoken a little bit too prematurely. But what we do have left will be there for you cut to order so that you can buy it in whatever increments you wish by the ½ metre. If you would like, because look, they're just... This is a colourway. This is another colourway. We have got these kits. Like I say, these kits are coming in at, I think, about £17.50. If you add in a little bit more zip and the zip pull, then you would make 3. For £17.50, are you kidding me? That's incredible value. Incredible value. Just, I said, because look, I've already had 1 out of this and this is what I've got left. And that's folded over. So yeah, I can make 2 more. Which is very exciting. Very, 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 very exciting. So, in fact, I'm going to make it out of this, which means I was going to make it out of this colourway, but then it means that that's another one that we can't sell. And I think that it's going to be popular today. So Gemma, the grey, if you want to add another grey onto stock, I will demo with what I've got left over of the blue because it is so beautiful. Let's say hello to everybody for a start because it is one of those mornings where we go, hello, hello, hello. And if you hear some weird grunts, it's obviously moving a sofa, obviously, because I've changed around some rooms. So, you know, yeah, that. Good morning. Caroline's here. Gabriel's here. Good morning, everyone. Get better soon. It's just that time of the year. Freddie was meant to be on a play date today, but he's not feeling well enough to go. Yeah. Anne's here. Good morning. Oh, loving the look of the new orders page. Oh, good. Susan's here. Jane's here. Nikki's here. Lo's here. Tons to do and still sat here working, watching, sewing, squiggly hair clips. Ah, beautiful. Is the shopping page updating or is my machine a bit off today? And I don't know. That is going to be an SJ question. Certainly there was something about an update somewhere. Claire E is here, Sharon's here, good morning. And Joe's here, good morning to you. And Tracy as well, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. And Kay is with us as well. So lots of you joining us this morning. Thank you ever so much. Let me show you some of the bundles that we have on today's show. We've got various bundles. Like I say, not unlimited kits this morning at all. This is the grey version. So what we've got is in each colourway, we do have a kit with a ½ metre of a wax or a waterproof fabric. So this is the grey version. And it all comes with... Oh, the products are just updating. If they refresh the page in a few minutes, it will be tidy, says Gemma. I love that she can, like, page tidy the internet. Gemma is tidying the internet this morning, everybody. It'll all be updated shortly. I have no idea how she does these things. It's all quite magic to me. Right. So, this is the grey kit for today. We also have, for your delectation, if you'd like to make it out of the blue, like what I've done, I'm going to have to keep that. Gemma, did you hear the grey? You can. I won't use that for my sample. I will make it out of the ample blue that I have left. This is the blue kit. So you get a 1/2 metre of your wax, a fat quarter of this. Now this is a super wide fabric. So when I say a fat quarter, that's 20 inches by 54 inches. That is wider than your normal cotton, quilting cotton. Okay, so it's basically more than a 1/2 metre of normal quilting fabric, but it's come off an extra wide bolt. This is, they all come with zip and a zip pull. This one here will make up like this. That's how this one's going to look. Lush. The grey, as we've seen, lovely, lovely, lovely. And again, this zip stuff just looks incredible. Now, I am limited on this green one because I don't have any more of this coloured wax, but doesn't it look great? So if you're after the green, this is the one. Oh, this is also going to look awesome. Look at this with the browns. We love, love, love. This is the tin tan cloth. And it just looks great. Look, it's absolutely that colour. It just, yes. And then we're quite limited as well on this one. This is a drill cloth. So again, it's got a similar finish to this one. Again, waterproof. And we've done this with the purple because it's this buff nudie colour that's in there. And we don't have a purple wax. So that's what we've put that one with. Again, we're quite limited on it. That is going to make up into the most beautiful, beautiful bag. Because look, how well does all of that go? And then you'll open it up and it'll be that inside. That is rather exquisite. But today I'm going to make it up out of the rest of this. Once again, I've been given the leftovery bits. I always get the leftovery bits. I never get the fresh new bits of the first bit of the bolt. So when the bolts come in, especially these rolls of wax, none of them have been covered. They've just been, you know, like I say, they were leftovery bits. So yeah, I always get the messy end bits because we wouldn't sell them. Now, if you would like a fat quarter of each of these, I'm going to reiterate again. A fat quarter is 54. Your normal, when you buy quilting cotton, it is normally 44 inches. You've got an extra 10 inches on that, just to be really, 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 really clear on what that looks like. Okay. This fabric is exquisite. I can't get any more of it. And it just, Josh came and he said, oh, it's like Hokusai's wave. I'm like, I know. Is it Hokusai? Yeah. If you would like a fat quarter of every single colourway, then you absolutely can today. There they are. If you don't want to make this wash bag, you just want the fabrics, or maybe you've already got some wax and that's absolutely fine, you don't need any more. You've already got your zips, then you're absolutely laughing, that's absolutely fine. Then this is the way to get this fabric. Any that we have left over, Gemma will load, cut to order, by the 1/2 metre at $14.99 per 1/2 metre. That's how that will go. Right, now let's talk zips. I said to you yesterday that we will occasionally bring you kind of like bulk buys, and when you buy in bulk, there is a saving to be had. So let's look at these savings for you today. If you would like to buy 10 metres with 20 pulls of navy, which incidentally is going to look pretty amazing here, then we have got those on today's show. That's how it comes, just like that. We have got black. It's going to sit down here very nicely. we've got 10 metres then, and 20 pulls. This one is your beige. This is size 3. Now what does that mean? Size 3 or size 5? It means that across there is 3mm, and this across here is 5mm. We have got white, which is perfect, general, all-purpose, and then we have also got a grey for you. This is a dark grey. Oof. Yes. Actually, it's going to look, there's a grey in here as well. It's going to look great there or there. Oh, they're just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So if you would like any of these 10 metre units, I am limited on stock on them. I don't have loads. But here it is. And then you've got your pool, so you've always got the perfect amount of the perfect amount, which makes me very, very happy. Now, should we have a look at each of these? That's the pattern. This is it folded in half, by the way, for your fat quarter. Oh, it's just beautiful. This is for P&B Textiles. Just, oof. I still haven't managed to turn my BP ringer off, by the way. Sorry if it's pinging. Freddie's going on a residential next week, and the mums are all starting to panic. Don't know what for. Freddie can't wait. He's so excited. So this gives you an idea. This is the grey. When these are gone, they are gone. Like I say, I can't get any more of these. These have come off a 108 bolt. What does that mean? It means it's 108 inches long, which is why when we cut these into fat quarters, they are 54 inches. Look at that. So you might be wanting to grab yourself a ½ metre or a metre. They are available individually as well, not in huge amounts. I think I thought I had like 15 metre bolts of each, but I don't. I really don't. My gosh, aren't they stunning? So you can either buy them as the kit, you can buy them by fat quarter as a bundle. So in your kits, by the way, you get this, you get that fat quarter, which is actually 54 inches, so a lot wider than your normal ½ metre of quilting weight cotton. So that's how you can buy these today. If you do want them as backing fabrics, you're going to have to be quick because we don't have loads. We don't have loads and loads because obviously some of it's gone into kits. But you can get an idea just by seeing behind me how absolutely stunning they are. Beautiful. Now, maybe you'd like other options. Last week we brought you other things that would line our waxes beautifully, and we have bundled them together by the metre. Now, whether you're doing dog coats, waterproof dog coats, perfect. Whether you're dressmaking, perfect. Whether you just want these, because actually, let's face it, this would also look rather fabulous like that for a wash bag. In which case, we have got your wax and your plaid lining. And these are on a really special price. So your waterproof, your technical fabric or your wax, and then your plaid lining, you're good to go. And I've got those as a great bargain for you today. Again, not loads of them. Not loads of them. But if you would like them, then you may have them. Because, you know, That's what we're in the business of doing. Someone said on Facebook today, I'm not buying any more fabric. Right, well, good luck with that. Because if people don't buy the fabrics, we can't do the shows. It's that simple. It is that simple. Yeah, it costs us a lot to put on these shows. So if you love these shows, then if you can support us, even if that's just buying the patterns, then that's fabulous. Because that's how we fund the shows. There we go. Actually, that makes rather a lovely bundle, doesn't it? All of that. Ha 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 ha. Brilliant. This is such a lovely green. Oh, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So, again, this make would also make up beautifully out of these as well. So we've got options for everybody today. Options all around. Let's get making. Put these to one side. And let's just get making, shall we? Trying to find some space. Gonna need a zip pull. And the first thing we're going to do is, this was how hopeful I was that I'd get to make lots of these. You're going to make your own template. And actually I had a little bit of interfacing that was almost cut to the right size. So we are going to draw around here and here. I'm so excited for you to get these fabrics. I'm so excited. No matter what you make with them, they're just going to be the most, they're just going to be gorgeous. And if you're going to use them to make something else, what are you going to make? Let me know. Pop in the comments what you're going to make. We need to know. We don't need to know. We're just a bit nosy. We like to know. Let's just be really clear on that, shall we? Hi, we're nosy and we like to know. Now, I'm going to just trim these, and then I'm going to adhere this to the back of my lining fabric. There we go. Oh. Now, you can put bag feet on these. I haven't shown them yet, Gemma. I've used, instead of feet on mine, I've used little studs. You can use bag feet, but I didn't have any. So I've just put little studs in, and they're here. Now these are $4.99 a pack. There we go. And I'll show you how to use them. So they don't break the bank at all, these. They're just $4.99. We get asked for, and they just look really smart, I think. Okay. Now, when I come to adhere this onto my fabric, bear in mind I've already made one out of this lot, okay? I'm going to leave an inch, at least an inch, either side, okay? So this is actually a straight line there, so I will leave an inch. This is important, okay? it is important that you leave an inch down this edge here and down this edge here. Okay, it can be more than an inch, that's fine, but a minimum of an inch, please. You'll see why. I'm going to pin that so that when I flip it, that's how important it is. I'm using a pin so that when I flip it, that doesn't move. That is how important it is. And I'll trim this back afterwards. But I want that inch. It is. Can't see out my glasses now. There we are. As soon as it's there. There we go. There we are. Dee dee dee. Whoop. There we go. This week I actually remember to turn the iron on in time so that this can be properly steamed on. There we go. Are we on? And then I will trim back again, leaving an inch this side. I'm going to put my glasses on. I hope they haven't steamed up. Oh! I know what I haven't shown you yet, and that's tomorrow's half metre heavens, which are gorgeous, by the way. Absolutely gorgeous. I've got really unusual Liberty in there, which I hope you're going to love. There we go. Let's pop that to one side. And I can just finish adhering that into the corners. And we are all good. Oh, can you hear my stomach rumbling? We've got a new mic and it's super, super sensitive. And we haven't agreed on the price for the zip. They should be £30. Oh, no, we don't want to charge £30 for those, do we? About £19.99 for the zips. I think that's fair. Yeah, we don't want to charge 30 quid, that feels a bit much. Right. There you go. So, yeah, 10 metres. That is then £2 per metre and 2 pulls. Yeah, that feels a bit better. And then we're going to trim back here and here. We're keeping this inch here and here. Okay, so that's our lining sorted. Now let me grab some of the when I say to you, I get I get the first bits off the roll. Yes, I do. Because the first bits are invariably, well, on this one particularly, it was just grubby. So I'll have it. That's fine. This is a wax, everybody. So, move that away. Oh yeah, I was going to bind it, but just one day I will get over my hatred of binding. Because it's a wax, you don't even have to use a pen on it. You can just use a pokey tool, which I find really pleasing, actually. This one is a wax. I did my initial one in a cotton drill, which was lovely. But yeah, when I did this, when I made this one this morning, you can see the more it gets used, the more sort of battered it gets, the more you get this delicious texture and a lighter colour actually come through, which I really, really, really love. This is the joy of these technical fabrics. Someone said to me, oh, I haven't bought any of these waxes yet. Guys, we are not always going to have them. When what we have of this stock is gone, I can't get any more. We've already had one person miss out on one of these and come back to us and go, yeah, but you'll get more, won't you? I'm like, no, 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 no. No, this isn't a sales ploy to tell you, you know, to get you to buy, because we don't do that. When I say I can't get any more, that is it. We were surprised first time round when we were offered more because we thought we had everything. So I did then go back and double check and go, you know, how is this going to happen again? They're like, no, 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 no. You have everything. There isn't any more. So for those of you that haven't seen this wax before, it's come out of, there's from manufacture to being made, this is the same wax that you would buy if you bought any barber waxed fabrics. There has been someone in that chain, somewhere along the line, someone has retired, and we have managed to get our hands on what stock there is that is sort of, you know, that retirement stock, if you like. So when I say I can't get it again, unless someone wants to retire again, I can't get it again. So if you like it, bearing in mind this should be like £45 a metre and we only charge out at 15, you might just, those that know and have bought and bought and bought. Every time we bring out a new wax, those that know have gone, yep, and buy sort of 2 or 3 metres at a time. And the thing is that once you sew with it, in fact, pop in the comments if you've sewn with it, how beautiful it's been for you to sew with. Because that's the other thing. I think if you've not sewn with the wax before, you might not realise how delicious it is actually to sew with. So give it a go. It's not a hard sell. It's just, I don't want you to miss out. The colour of this is like a slate. It's really, really, really beautiful. And just, but it then becomes, it just works, doesn't it, with that blue? Oh, I love it. I just love it. Sort of reminded me of a blueprint as I was as I was drawing these today. You know how they have like the white on the blue? Now, next week, we're going to do some Eastery things. And we've got some incredible liberty. And I'm going to tell you this, and I will give you a heads up so that you can watch. Or is it going to be next week? No, because Jane does her show, doesn't she? On a, ooh, it's going to be the week after for Jane's. Okay. I've got some incredible liberties on the Monday. And then Jane's got a quilt, a Liberty quilt, the following week, which is a bit weird. Woo. Here we go. Okay. So, oh, I've got comments apparently. This is nice. Bear with me, caller. Hi to 6 good morning, ladies. Jilly's here. Good morning. Brit 2014 UK says good morning, everyone. And Cynthia's here. Speedy recovery to all. Having a cold is annoying. My last cold lasted 3 weeks. Is really annoying, and it just doesn't sound great, does it? Good morning, everyone. Get well soon, says Sarah. And Auntie Lizzie Prangle says the fabric reminds me of lucky Chinese clouds. Love it. Auntie Lizzie, I was thinking of you this morning as I set all the dogs off, and I thought, yes, Auntie Lizzie will be telling John later that Natasha is indeed sewing with a hammer again. So I've gone ahead. I have I've popped some edge paint on my can't remember what it's called. What is this called? Cork. There you go. That's what happens. And I've drawn on my sewing line for where I'm going to put my feet. You will get a template so you can transfer that. It's not difficult. It's just 2 inches down and half an inch in. It's not tricky. It's really not tricky. And this is going to sit here. Now, there is a way to make your quilter's wash away tape work on wax, I've discovered with the zip. Yeah, I'm actually quite proud of myself. However, I don't really want to apply the heat that much through the cork. We'll give it a quick go. But it's not something that I really want to do. I just need it to hold so that I can just sew across an end. That's all I actually need it to do. Because we'll top stitch around it. And then we'll do that in a square. I have used my fiction pen because as soon as I put a little bit of heat or a little bit of steam or anything, this line will all then just disappear. Okay. These new rulers are great because they haven't got millions and millions and millions of lines on, so they just work. Look, so I can line that up on my inch line really easily with a ½ inches either side. This is the perfect 10. Yes, we can all sing the songs. We're allowed. It's all good. You can see all my scribblings of measurements and everything else on there. I don't know how other people design. I don't know. I'm not other people, for which I think everybody is quite grateful. There we go. Yeah, that's going to hold enough for me to now take that to the sewing machine and just stitch it down. So I'm going to top stitch around. And you can see I'm not having to yank and pull this all over the place. That's just not how this goes. I just think that this is just a lovely contrast. It does help, you see. If you start yanking and pulling, then you do restrict its moving. Here we go. Oh no, are you kidding me? No. I didn't realise how much I'd sewn. I need to fill my bobbin again. Sorry everybody. Let's just do that. And whilst we do that, talk amongst ourselves. I didn't realise just... I don't know why I'm surprised. I sew a lot. But I'm always surprised when I get through yet another bobbin. So we will just, I don't know if we've had a show this week where I haven't needed to refill a bobbin. It's been a bit crazy. Oh yeah, so Monday's show. It is a pre-record, but my goodness, you don't want to miss it because the fabrics on there, we've already started planning it, are just gorgeous. Really gorgeous. And so we're going to do Easter makes, but I've also got some very cute kids. How to describe them? They're not exactly transfers, but they sort of are. Don't know how to describe them. I don't know if Wiz has got like the hippo or the lion that she could bring in and I could just show to everybody because oh my goodness, they are gorgeous. So we'll do little baskets and things next week. I can hear the pitter patter of Wiz's tiny feet. Because I'm heading off to Cornwall tonight or tomorrow. We've had to be really organised about Monday's show. I haven't filmed it yet, but it's not going to be far off because we have got all of the kits all ready to go, haven't we, Wiz?
Yep, already.
Yep. These we found at our suppliers the other week, didn't we? And I'm going to be honest, I absolutely love them.
Yeah, they're very cute.
They are so cute.
Very cute.
What you choose to do with them is entirely up to you. I am going to make this isn't everything that's on the show. This is just a little aside. But look at these. These are heat transfers. But look. Arr. How cute is that? I've only got 6 each of these. Possibly less by the time that I have. Every child needs that. And I've put together kits that you can make baskets or you can make pencil cases or whatever you want. Hours and hours and hours of fun. Look at them. They are so incredibly cute. And this is your little tiger. They made me laugh a huge amount. So they will be on Monday's show. So if you don't watch Monday because you don't like pre-record, that's fine, but you will miss out on these. And then the other thing, which I've had to hide from Freddie, Emily's seen them and been like, "Ooh, what's this?" And these. The little dinosaur buttons. How cute are they? So we've got dinosaur fabric and dinosaur buttons. So this is just, and this isn't the main part of the show. These are just little kits that we've looked at and gone, they are ridiculously cute. In fact, I think the dinosaurs might even be live now. I don't know. Might have just made that up. Right, anyway, as we were, hopefully, sewing stuff. Possibly. We can hope, we can but hope. Yeah. Are we stitching? Looks like we're stitching. This is... You can use faux leather for this. You could use a contrast fabric for this. I've used cork. And then I'm just going to sew around this little inner bit. And again, this is this is just because I thought it would look quite nice. And just give a little bit of interest, a little bit of something different. Perhaps if I don't actually catch it on the back. And if you haven't used the friction pens yet, we had them on a Friday deal. I think we're going to have a few more coming in different colours because we use them all the time. It even, because you just need a little bit of, I'll show you in a minute. But to get these marks off, let me show you. You just need, look at all these extra threads, so run out. Get rid of those. Get rid of that. Get rid of this. So these marks here, all they need a little bit of heat and they've gone. And you're just left with your stitch marks. That's why we love it. That's why we absolutely love it. Now, these they're not rivets. You could use rivets actually if you wanted to, or you could use bag feet, or I just wanted something there. So I've just used these little studs. And I'm just going to put them on the corner of my stitching. Here, and then I'm just going to, as Auntie Lizzie says, I'm going to sew with my hammer. I'm doing them onto, you can use a chopping board or anything really, just don't use your cutting mat. Because these sharp little feet are going to go through. And then I just go at it from this side here. Look, here's lots of thread to trim away. There. And there we go. Now, you could put tape over that, but you're not going to feel them because they've all been hammered in. So they are adding a little bit of detailing on there, should you wish. Again, you don't have to do any of this. It always makes me giggle when I put up one of my designs. People go, well, it should be this or it should be that. When you get the pattern and you make it for yourself, this is just my take on how I do it. Please feel free to make these patterns. Do your own. Do these however you like. And if you want to use a faux leather there, then great, do that. It's entirely up to you. Entirely up to you. Maybe it's what you've got in your stash. We took one look at the purple one and went, oh, that would look amazing with some of our purple PU. Just beautiful. Now we're gonna trim this zip. Not with those scissors. Not with those scissors. Now, as I've said to you on numerous occasions, with the quarters wash away tape, it increases in strength when it's heat activated. And I had that in mind this morning when I was putting it onto the wax, because normally if you put it onto the wax, it won't stick. I thought, what happens if? So, we've separated our zip because the zip is going to go top and bottom, and it's going to go right sides together with our outer fabric. Okay, so in my head I was like, what if? I can hear the sofa going. Sorry if you can hear all the noises off. Bit of a busy morning this morning. What if I apply the small, you see, that's just it. It won't stay just on the wax. But this is my revelation this morning. If I apply a tiny bit of heat just on the edge of that zip, then it does it. It's like, that's brilliant! Because I hate not being able to use my quarters wash away tape. It just makes inserting zips so much easier. So when I did this morning and it stuck, I was like, and yes, thank you very, very, very much. That will work a treat. Yeah, so I was happy. I was very, very happy about that. I'm going to run another line there. And I mean, you have to be careful with it, you know, obviously. Let's not get too ridiculous with it. And then this interface piece comes in. Line up where your interfacing is, because that will run the line of your zip, and you're going to zip sew all the way across there. With or without sound effects, to be honest, that's entirely up to you. Whether you want a sound effect there or not, you choose. That's up to you. I've used 1/4 of an inch seam there, which works an absolute treat. And so now we come back to putting the zip onto this side. And it just means we're not having to pin a fabric like the wax. If you can avoid using pins, then do. Again, face down, right sides together. And there, let's just take that to the ironing board whilst we think about it. And just activate that tape with a tiny little bit of heat. Bear in mind this is a nylon zip, so you don't want to go crazy, you don't want to melt your zip. That's not what we're doing here. We're just giving that enough heat there just to make it do its job. So again, what you'll find is that your interfacing lines up, and so all the way across there. And then, no, that one. What we'll do is turn it through the right way. And again, this is where you start to get this lovely effect on it. And how absolutely gorgeous is that? And you can finger press here. You've got a little bit of tape showing that it's a wash away tape. It will wash away, or if you want to just push that back in a little bit and fold it over them when you top stitch, that will disappear. And you can see our interfacing isn't quite lining up there, so we can just rearrange it so that it does. But if it doesn't, it's not the end of the world. And I'm going to top stitch down both sides. Okay. And yes, we do still have that overhang, and yes, we are still keeping it. And again, you can see I'm not tugging and pulling or doing anything. With this wax, it is easy to sew. I'm really excited to show you the next bit. Okay, now, a couple of things now to bear in mind, a little bit of housekeeping for you. We're going to stitch down both sides, perfect, no problem there. Just top stitch, just to hold everything in place as we go. Now, just think about how this is going to go together, okay? It's going to go together like this. When you open it, this, if we have this as the way in which we want to open it, then, so we'll have the handle this side and the tab that side. So if this is how we want to open it, then we want our handmade stitch, our handmade symbol there. Does that make sense? And it's just these little details that just start to make a little difference when you're making this. Okay, so, and again, because we're working with wax and it marks, if I fold that in half to find that middle line, I can just fold it in half. I love wax, it's just so brilliant, and that gives me a very faint line then to work with. And there's my handmade tag. Again, that's the middle of that there, so that can sit there. Whoops. Oh, there they are. When I'm happy with where that's going to sit, I can just use my little thing there. And then pop in some tiny rivets. There we go. Ah, come on. And you can, you know, put it on top of these little things and bash them in. Or with the little ones, you can get away with just hammering them in. Why not? There you go. Haven't even, that one hasn't taken. Pop that in. Sorry, John. So my hammer again. There we go. So when you've got those in place, oh actually these new little metal handmade ones would look nice as well. Lots and lots and lots of options. We're now going to top stitch down both sides. need to roll this so that it fits under the machine and do. Let me just shorten my stitch length so that I can be quite accurate here. And as long as you are top stitching within your seam allowance, then you're all good. And then once we've done this, we're going to make some tabs. Now you could make this out of cork, and if you made this out of cork, then of course you would not have to do all of this because you'd have already adhered your fabric to the back of your cork. Maybe I should do a cork version. With a leather base, that would be quite stunning. But again, this doesn't take very long. Just come down here. I've never made anything in this style before, like this. And this is more how leather handbag people work, is to sew their interfacing on, their lining fabrics on. So it's a little bit sort of inspired by that. Auntie Liz has warned John that you are sewing with a hammer again. This is good. I feel like I should come with a warning. And that's absolutely fine. I am comfortable with that. Before we take this any further, I am going to cut a 4" by this is the only bit that if you want to make 3 out of this, you might just have to make this out of, you could make this handle out of the wax, you absolutely could, and that would be fine too. And then it's just going to be a fabulous surprise when you open it out. But I was not very cautious or anything when I went for it with the first one, so I had quite a lot of spare fabric just wasted. So I think that if you bear in mind, you might have to be a little bit cautious with these bits, then you'll be fine. What we're going to do with them is fold them in half, press, like you're making a binding, really. Only before, with the original one, you had to make like 30 inches of extra binding after you'd already done these. And I was like, no, life is too short, I'm not doing that. So actually this way saves you quite a lot. Fold it over and then press again. So fold in half to get that midline, fold your long sides, raw edges into the middle, and then fold again. So those raw edges are into the middle, fold it in again, and now we top stitch, and this is going to create our handle. So let's cut these now to length. So let's just trim off any edges there, and I would like 2.5 inch piece for my tab. Now, all in all, there we go. So we're now ready to put all of this together, and you will be forgiven if you're still looking at this going, why hasn't she trimmed everything back? What is going on? So a couple of things now to bear in mind as we insert our zip, and that is which way round we want that zip to go. We want the zip so that it opens this way, which means that we have to put it on this way, I think. We might have to have a little play with this. Helps if you put the flat side down. I did work this out earlier. Just check yourself. Are you, when that is all done up, are you going to be opening it? This is the time to make sure that you have so why have I done this? Because when I open this, when this is all done up like this, I want to open it from this side. So I'm going to put my handle this end, my tab this end, and then when I open it, my pattern is going to be the right way up. Okay? You don't have to. I've done it differently on every bag, but now that I think about it, this is how I now want it to be. So now we turn it through and we're going to half zip that shut. Okay? Before we get to that stage, let me show you now why we haven't trimmed these yet. We're going to start trimming these now. Okay, so these are the bits here. I should have done this before I put the zip on. We are going to just cut straight down to our wax. If that means that you cut off a little bit of interfacing that's left over, that's absolutely fine. These bits by the zip, we don't need those. We can trim those away completely. They are superfluous to our requirements. So we will get rid of those. So we are left with, within this main bit, these two flaps and this bit here. Okay? I'm going to do exactly the same this end. I wish I hadn't put my zip on yet. So trim that down to there. This bit we can trim off. And same here. So cutting into this bit here. And then trimming that bit off there. So now we are going to have our zip in the middle, okay, like so. We know that when we open it, we want to have our tab so that we can pull it open. So where this is, we're going to fold our tab in half, and if you want to just base that in place across your zip, please do. And we'll do that now. I don't know if that's Gemma giving me a little stock update on anything. We'll have a look. You can absolutely just hold that in place. Okay, this is, I sound so smug. This is the clever bit. You don't need any interface in there. Okay, so you are going to sew along there. If you need to trim that back, that's absolutely fine. If you need to trim or tidy anywhere along there, then just do it. We're going to top stitch along there, or if you are happy to do so, we are going to fold that over in half. You can press it and then fold that over like so, and then stitch across just in one. There is a little shortcut here. You can put your tape there, and you can fold this in half and press, and this saves you binding. Whoops, didn't mean to set off my steam. That saves you binding anything, because we are using our lining now to come, this is the clever bit, over the top. You can secure that with your heat again. God blimey, my phone is popular this morning, isn't it? And you can just stitch down there in a oneer. If you want to reinforce that zip, then do. And what that has just given you is a very, very neat edge there, and a bound edge there, and no raw edges. No need to get lots of bits of binding and try and cover the, all that faff has just gone. Now, I'm really pleased with myself for that. So I'm really, that makes me happy. And then we will do the exact same thing on the other end. Let's do that now. So again, if you need to trim it back a little bit, then do. Okay, we'll just pop those out the way for now. We'll come back to those in a minute. So centre that. And if you need to run a line of stitching across there now, then do it. It's not a problem. It's really not a problem if you need to. Let's get that zip nice and tight together there. And then we're going to fold that. This is why you needed to have that inch, so that you can fold that over. Now if you need to baste that down first, then do that. Absolutely do that. But I'm just going to fold that over that edge there. If you want to apply a little bit of heat again just to hold that tape, then do. And we're going to stitch that down. And again, if you want to reinforce that zip, then do. Okay, so this is the end with our tab, so we're just going to go ahead at this end. If you have, you can see here, there was a tiny little piece of interfacing. You can, where's it gone? Here, you can just trim that away, you don't need that. Okay. And I'm going to suggest that you trim back that extra interfacing, trim that back to 1 inch. And if any of that isn't quite straight, trim it back so that you are working with a nice straight edge there, okay? And again, if you want to pop a little bit of tape along there, then do. Don't have to, just helps. Or if you want to on this one, let me show you the base. If you want to just base that down, then you can. That helps you. Then you might not want to put the tape on, or you might, it's up to you. And I'd use a colour thread that's going to just disappear at this point. Fold it over, you can press it, fold it over again. Give that a little press. And you are going to sew all the way down from top to bottom. Now your binding doesn't quite go to the ends, but you are going to sew all the way off. You're going to sew from the top all the way to the bottom, and then you're going to trim back any loose threads. So yes, technically, right at the very end, there is a tiny bit. You can just see here of raw edge. But by the time that you have trimmed that, that is not going to fray anymore. It can't, because it's sewn down. Okay, so normally when you'd be adding binding in and you'd be folding over the edges and it'd be right old faffy, faffy, faffy. We have sewn all the way across. That is the thing, you do have to sew all the way across. And just make sure, I'm just going to sew across, make sure that you have actually, I'm not sure if I have, and you'll see when you turn it over, caught the edge of your, there it is, the edge of your wax. I didn't turn it really tight, but you can see how neat that all looks. It's so neat. We're going to do the same the other side. Okay. So normally we would be making binding. We'd be doing all sorts. We haven't had to do any of that at this point. Okay, now like I say, if you want to stitch that down, baste that down, if you want to do it with a longer stitch length you can, if you just want to top stitch it you can. But you don't have to, okay? And then we're going to cut that back to around an inch. Fold it again, okay, and sew that down. So I'm going to show you don't need to use the tape if you don't have quarters wash away tape, but quarters wash away tape is my saviour and I love it a lot. And there that bound edge is, and then we trim away any threads, and that is perfectly neat. We're going to repeat this on the other side. Now this was kind of why I had to do it this way, why I wanted to do it this way, because I knew I wanted to put a handle in, and I also know that I'm very lucky with the machines that I have, that my machines will sew through more than some of yours at home, you know, and the machines that I started on, let's be honest, the machines that I started on. So I always try and make sure that my designs can be sewn on basic entry-level machines. So to that end, I needed to take bulk away. And I really wanted to be able to sew my handle in on that midline. Okay. So it sits nicely in the middle there. The only way I could do that was to get rid of some bulk, which is why I came up with these seams. So we're going to insert here, okay. And again, what I would suggest you do is baste along there, and then just, if you need to, just trim that back. Just make sure that you've caught that bit of the handle in there. You've got enough length on that handle that if you need to have a little bit poking out and then trim it back, you absolutely can. So yeah. Whoops. You can trim that flash. And again, we're not doing anything different here. Back to an inch. And when you get comfortable and confident with this, you'll just fold it over in half, fold it over again, and you will sew that down. Making sure that you sew all the way off the end. And you see, otherwise I would have had all of the bulk of all that binding, 2 layers either side, 2 layers either side, 2 layers on there, 2 layers on. It was too much. I would not have expected that to go through a normal domestic machine, which is why we've done it this way. And as you can tell, I'm a little bit pleased with myself. Like, smug doesn't even come close today. No. I am Mrs. Smug Pants, and I'm very happy with that. Even Jane was like, why hasn't that been done before? I said, Jane, I don't know. I just don't know. So I'm placing that in the middle. I can see where that seam is because I've got, well, and I'm just going to sew across there just like I did. Yeah, we both had that moment. She's like, well, that's brilliant, isn't it? It's like, I think so. I think so. But until it all holds together and nothing drops off, I'm not going to say so. There we go. Right. sew again. And you can see there that there's a little bit of excess interfacing. We don't need that. Snip, snippity snip, fold over again, and then we're going to stitch that down. Okay. Again, trimming off any excess threads. There you have it, like that. It's quite smart now. And that's it. That is it. I can turn that through. The odd thread to snip, but when don't you? And this is coming with step-by-step photographic instructions, but as you can see, that was not difficult. When I open it, my gorgeous waves are the right way around. There we go. I will ease out all those edges. But I've got smart edges. And if I open it up and I look in there, that is smart. That's so smart. I am pretty chuffed with that, not going to lie. That is a new technique. I've not seen that anywhere else. It might have been done, probably have not invented the wheel here, but I haven't seen that in any patterns. I haven't seen that done anywhere else by leaving that extra seam allowance, that extra bit of fabric. Oh, there you go. And then you've got that lovely base. And that contrast on there. That, ladies and gents, is today's show. Oh, half metre heavens. Half metre heavens. Let me show you the half metre heavens. Still feeling a bit happy with myself there. That's why, isn't it? This is how and why we sew. Oh, I don't know if that's already been listed. This is like a, I don't know if this is going in Friday deals or if this is done now. It's like a peach rainbow, peach sunset. What's Gemma saying? Oh, okay. Gemma's just messaged me. So for the Nami 108 fabric's also too fast for Gemma to be able to load any 2 metre lengths. We only have 4 of the extra large fat quarter bundles left. Cut to order, we've sold out of 3 colours, the earth, the red and the charcoal, and there's between 1 and 1.5 metres left of the other 3 colours. We've also sold out of the kits in green and lavender and have 1 left in the red and single figures left of the other 3. Oh my goodness. Ah, Auntie Lizzie says, I deserve to be smug. Sarah says, that's genius. That's definitely working. Smarter, not harder. We're now down to 3 fat quarter bundles. Okay. Do you know what? I just don't know why it hasn't been done before. And it comes out of my hatred of binding. Like, Jane wouldn't blink because she's really happy binding. I friggin' hate it. So that's why that came out. And all you have to do is leave an inch extra. That's all it is. That's all it is. And then you can fold it over. For me, like, yeah, I am making that my new way to do stuff. Happy days. Absolutely happy days on that score. Right, okay, let's have a look at Half Meter Heavens. For those of you that are new, and thank you, by the way, thank you for buying. When you buy from us, you support our shows, even if it's just a pattern. When you buy from us, you support our shows, which means that we can bring you the shows. The shows are our way to showcase you everything that we have. We work different to other shows. We don't have... Someone said to me the other day, why do you sell fabrics off as bolt ends, you know, and put the ridiculous discounts like we did yesterday? We had 40 and 45% off bolt ends because they don't make a show. We are not a bricks and mortar shop that you can walk into and just buy. We don't work like that. I've got kids, I need to be flexible. I've got 16 horses out there. Like, I need to be able to be flexible in how I work and the hours that I work. Some mornings you'll find me here working at 4 o'clock. Some in the morning, sometimes you'll find me here 11 o'clock at night stitching. It works around my family. That has to be how it works for me. And I can't open a shop at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I can't open a shop at 11 o'clock at night. What I can do is have an online shop where you can buy 24 hours a day. So it means that if we have a fabric on a show, if we have anything left over from that show, fabric that hasn't sold or it hasn't gone into another project, it has the chances on the show to sell. But otherwise it's not being seen any other way, because nobody's coming into a shop, bricks and mortar shop, to see it. So these shows showcase what we have to sell. So if you buy off our shows, you support our business. That is because we don't have another way to sell. It's this. Why can we bring you the discounts? Because we're not paying staff to be in a shop all day. You know, we are flexible with our working hours as well. So with this in mind, these go live at midnight tonight. We're down to the last two. So last week we had the last little bits of some of the patterns from the latest Tilda. This is the last of these ones now. So I have two left of the Pernil in pink, and I've put it with cream because that is the softness that just works so beautifully with those florals. I looked at putting it with blue and I was like, actually, let's do these ones with that. I have got two left of the Mia pink with rose. I've gone for the deepest pink that I could find in there and matched it. For those of you that are new to us, maybe, we have done our Half Meter Heavens now for years, for 5 years. And every Thursday at midnight in the morning, these go live because we know that it's really, really hard to pick a fabric off a screen and put it with another one. Like I say, we're not bricks and mortar, so you can't come in and physically hold it. But what we have done over the years is get a reputation for only stocking incredible quality fabric, so that you know that you're getting the best quality, and we will pick those colours that go with. So this is your meal grey, and we've put it with buttercup, this soft yellow, and we've put it with that. But it's got that lovely bright Eastery hit of colour there, so we like that. And I've got 3 of those. I've got 3 of the Pernil Sand with cloud. How beautiful is that? And I have got 2 of the Mill Sky now with elephant. Bear with me with this. I put this with a blue, I put this with a pink, I put it with a green, and then it happened to be next to a grey, and it just, the grey isn't even in it. Excuse me. The grey isn't in it, but it's a similar tone to that blue, and to me they just looked so beautiful together because the grey looks so lovely against the pink. I just thought, yeah, excuse me, that works. An absolute treat. 2 of those. I have got 2 left of the white flower in pink. Now I've put that with the latte There is a grey in here. But actually, next to the pink and next to the latte, it sort of fades to this kind of pinky colour here. Excuse me, when I start sneezing, I don't stop. It's very annoying. And guys, have you made the most of those zip deals today? Because they are just insane. I promised you an unusual liberty. And this is it. Now, I know that if Anna Sewing Nut is watching, she'll love this. Because look, it's got all the instruments in it. This is your musical meadow. Now, here's the thing with colour. It looks amazing with lemon. Because that is absolutely, I'm going to do this on here. That is absolutely the colour of those instruments. But I then thought, what happens if I put it with misty grey? Well, actually, misty blue rather. Misty blue, which isn't blue, it's more like a greeny, misty grey colour. Misty blue is that flower colour. So that was pretty amazing. And then I was like, hang on, this looks like hot tomato to me. So if you want to pick out that punch of hot tomato instead, and all three work. And it did occur to me, because you've got Liberty, this Liberty should be nearly, it's well over £9 a half metre, and you're getting that and a half metre of plain for just $9.99. So the half metre heavens are exceptional value, whichever which way up you look at it. If you bought those, that would cost you less than £30. And you would have 3 metres of fabric. That is a quilt with the 3 colours that work beautifully with what is in there. That's just perfect. And that's the opportunity that you have with these half metre heavens, is to get a quilt's worth. If you've got a pattern that's been sitting there winking at you for a little while, could be that. Could be that. I only have those 6 half metres of that Liberty. And I have got one, and this will not be $9.99, this will have to be more. And in fact, this is probably loaded now. This is a duo with your shot cotton, your K-fit shot cotton, with your Japonica dark, not green. And I've got one of these, but it is absolutely exquisite. That should be $14.99 with a discount. This is your K shot cotton. Those that know. And then that is your Philip Jacobs for the K Fascist Collective. That might already be loaded, I don't know, or that will go live at midnight, but I've only got one of those, and I don't have any of that shot cotton left. So if you'd love that, please do get hold of that now. My goodness, thank you so much. If you have missed out on these NAMI bundles, I'm really sorry, but that, please do bear in mind that these are also going to look fabulous with a tartan plaid lining. So if you would like to make these with a tartan plaid lining instead, please do make the most of these incredible bargains as well. They are coming in at, I think it's something ridiculous. Gemma's going to tell me. Oh, the Japonica Dark goes live with it. We're down to 3 of the extra large fat quarter bundles, and she's just typing to tell me how much. I know that we discussed prices on these this morning, Gemma, but stuff's happened like that. Should be £17.58. Are we doing these as half metres or metres, Gemma? La. Oh, that's the Japonica Dark. Sorry, the Japonica should be £17.58. We'll probably put that out for £14.99 then. How much are these bundles? Are they a metre or a half metre each? I can't remember. She might be looking it up. I know that we did them at a ridiculously good price. So if you would like to make these, and you can get, by the way, you can get this beige zip now by the metre. She's just typing and telling me, because they would look rather fab in these as well. Oh yes, they would. Mega meter. Okay, so a meter of your plaid, a meter of your wax. So you would be able, yeah, you'd make at least 5 of those out of these. She's typing, she's typing, she's typing. Let's see how much these are going to come out. These are live now. You can get these now. So a metre of your navy with your navy plaid. They should be £54.99 because this tech fabric by the metre is worth £45. But we're selling them out. I was right at £19.99. That makes a metre of wax £10, a metre of your plaid £10 for a metre. Like this doesn't. When I get a saving, I pass it on to you. What I've got of this, I've got when it's gone, it's gone. If you would like, whether you're making dog beds, dog coats, wash bags, whatever it is, this is a incredible bargain. That should be £54.99, and it is just £19.99 whilst those stocks last. And then it's gone, gone. Fully boots, everybody. Yeah. Oh, so so buying the 2 meters individually would be just shy of £25 anyway, even if you bought them individually on their discounted prices, because we sell these out at £15, well £14.99 a meter at a discounted rate, and these should be £9.99. So they should be about 25 quid. So you've already got another £5 off on top of all of that discount. So which way up you want to look at it, it's an insane bargain. But yeah, there you go. That's it. I'm going back to bed because I feel rubbish. And thank you ever so much for watching and putting up with my my snuffles. I'm going to take myself away before I give this to anybody else. But thank you ever so much for watching today. And I will, Half Meter Heavens, they go live at midnight tonight. And then Friday deals are mega this week. So please do take a good look at that. Monday's show, we've got beautiful Easter makes. So do join us then. And then I will see you on Tuesday and Wednesday next week. So take care. Lots of love. Bye-bye.